So first of all, we'll move this whole inclusion stuff from, we'll just copy this and just gonna paste it over here, this whole shit going over here, and just save it right there. And what we can do is that next is come over here, and we have to create some functions over here. Yeah, right, exactly over here in graphics engine.h. And here we will create some definite functions like void. First one can be init engine uh, windows, and here we go. Then void init Vulkan engine, then void init, or sorry, engine loop, finally void engine cleanup, just to clean up the stuff for once we are done with everything. So it will clear up everything for us. Then once we are done with this, now we'll have to create definitions for these functions. It is simple. Just click on the function, control and full stop, and enter. And here you go. Just save it. And then again, this one, create definitions for all of these. And here we are. We're creating the definitions for each one of these. Sorry, this one. Yep, that's good. Beautiful. Okay, now we can come over here in the run function. We can call all of these functions like this: init engine windows, or sorry, here it needs to be e. I made a mistake. So yeah, here, and init engine windows function is called, and just run this, and init Vulkan engine like this, and engine loop, I think. Yeah, it's engine loop, and finally the engine cleanup, and here we are. Now we'll add the definitions to this, like glfw init, and after this glfw window hint, and good. Now glfw API or something like this. Client API, yeah, just client API, and glfw no API, no API. Here we go. Now after this glfw window hint, and glfw resizable, and it will be glfw false. Okay, then window is equal to glfw create window, and function here will pass the window width, comma, window height, and title will be graphics engine. Yep. Now null pointer in, null pointer, and here we are. This creation is done. Now we'll have to initialize the Vulkan engine. We can just leave it as it is. And for the main loop, we'll glfw, or sorry, while loop, glfw window should close. And here we'll just pass it window, right? Like this. Yeah. And we'll add the false here. And here we are. Now glfw poll events. Here we are. And after that, we have cleanup function. And for the cleanup stuff, we may leave it like this. Here it is. And there we are. That's it. Sorry, in the cleanup function, glfw destroy window and window over here, and glfw terminate. There we are. It's terminated. Now over here, we'll have to create variables data members, and over here glfw window pointer window like this, and window sorry const int window width equals 900 maybe, and const int window height equals 720, and over here we should make it correct. Yeah, we are right now, and here we are done. Now we need to explain this, like what actually happens. So in here, everything's for here. We created the function. We are defining it for here in this file, right? Now, into engine windows, it will create the framework or the window for the drawing stuff to it. It will draw the stuff to it, right? We'll create a window, and then we will draw stuff to that window, right? Okay, then it Vulkan engine, it just initializes the Vulkan library, like how you can work or everything related to Vulkan will write over here, right? Like all the functions that will call over here will be related to the Vulkan API. After that, we have engine loop. This is loop where all of the drawing stuff and everything will be done. Like we need our application to run over again. We just don't want it to like run and stop. That's not how it works. It works in the way like you should run it, then it executes over and over again, and you do whatever you want. And then when you are done, you just close it. This is our whole of the workflow that we need. So we need a loop for it, like it creates over it over and over again, and just run everything that we want. And we can change wherever we want, and we can work in there with our software. We can terminate it anytime. So that's why we don't have specified number of iterations. So we can choose a for loop, we use while loop, and we have a condition over here, like GLW window should close. Like if this function become false, or this function, until this function is false, you should run this body functions. And when it becomes false, you should terminate this loop. This is all of the logic over here. After that, and well, when this function will trigger? Well, this actually triggers when you click this cross button. This is exactly where it triggers. Okay, and after this, we have the engine cleanup. In cleanup, we are just destroying the window that we created, and we are just terminating for application over here. But one thing that I need to mention is that there are some hints that we are giving to the GLFW before creating the window. That is GLFW client API. It tells like which client API we are using, and like we are not using any client API like GLFW no API. Sometimes we use other APIs like for Vulkan or for, but here we are not using any API, right? For Vulkan. Finally, a GLFW resizable just tells the API to make the window resizable or unresizable. So in this case, our window won't be resizable. And finally, GLW create window. This function creates us creates us a window of this width and this height with this title, and that's all we have. So let's run a code. Come on. Here we have some problems, and they are probably related to the. Yeah, here we are. We found it, and we fixed it. So the problem, okay, you'll see what it says. Overriding specifier, yeah, you're true. Again, fixed. Okay, what's next? Yeah, everything's done correctly. It takes time, but it is fixed. It is working, right? It is working. It will work. I didn't know why it's not working. Like why it takes time, but it should work, and it works. It works. It works. Yeah, congratulations.